Okay, here's the last bit of our syllabus, and now I have my accordion to give you a little syllabus song, a little music. That was a nice little tune. All right, so the last page of the syllabus is about the schedule. And this is simply when we're going to do what. And so each week we'll be on a different religion. The first week you'll be just talking about what is religion, why are people religious, how do we understand the religious phenomenon, those kinds of things with Dr. Mosteller. You do need to be there. And you'll need to read the Young Book, Chapter 1. Then the first week that we're together face to face, we'll start with Christianity and then we'll move on through. You see how that works. Each week you see what readings you need to do, and then you'll see when the exams are scheduled so that you can plan accordingly. Even though I won't be with you the first night of class, it's like we're together, right? Because you're probably watching this maybe on that first night, and even though this is May 31st or something, it's just like we're in the same room. That's the glory of this little YouTube thing, is I can be in the room with you, and it just feels very lonely in here in this little studio by myself. All right, so you've got the syllabus now. I will post on Blackboard a discussion thread so that you can ask questions, because if you have questions, other people might have questions. And then we can also go over some questions in class. Now, a couple of disclaimers I like to make. One is I do have an identical twin sister. I'm serious about that. Some people think I'm kidding until they meet her. And we look just alike, sound just alike. She works in Corona. And so if you think you know me and I don't know you, it could be that it's not me, it's her. It goes both ways. I get hugged by people I've never even seen before, and they're like, "Oh, it's so good to see you." And I say, "Yes, it is good to see you too. Who are you?" And so anyway, I just like people to know that there's another one of me out there so that there's not those awkward moments. Another disclaimer, we're talking about religion, and religion is funny. And 6 to 10 p.m. can be funny too. It's kind of late and we're all tired. And so I like to keep things light, and sometimes that means I joke around. But we have to be careful when joking around about religion, because people take religion very seriously. I take religion seriously. I'm a professional religious person. I get paid to teach Christian things. And my husband's a pastor. He doesn't get paid very much, but he does teach Christian things. So we take it very, very seriously, and yet we can have a lot of fun, because frankly, Christians are funny, and Hindus are funny, and Muslims are funny, and Buddhists are, well, they're not very funny. But, that can change. And Scientologists are hilarious. So my disclaimer is this. In order to keep things light and moving and fun, sometimes things come out of my mouth that sounded funny when they were in my head. Maybe to you they're not funny at all, and maybe it offends you. What I would need for you to do, if that is the case, is to man up and come and see me, or shoot me an email and say, "Hey, when you said that just really offended me," and give me an opportunity to make that right. People have sensitivities that nobody else would know about. So the option to being free speaking and maybe a little silly is to be very scripted. And we've all had those classes where the professor sits and reads off the script, and I don't want to go to that class, and maybe you don't either. But they're less dangerous, right? I mean, the professor that reads off of a script isn't going to say something that later he goes, "Oh, that probably wasn't the best thing to say." Whereas that happens to me all the time. I say something and then later go, "Oh man, that may not have been the best thing to say." So if that happens, and it certainly can happen, let me know and give me an opportunity to make that right, because it is never my intention to offend you or to offend anyone else or to be disrespectful. But I mean, I'm an equal opportunity mocker. I'll mock myself, I'll mock you. We're all things mockable. I think we should probably take advantage of those. So that's my disclaimer about being silly and how that works with a very serious study of religion. Well, I can't think of anything else that you just have to know before you start the course. But if you think of something that you have to know before you start the course, then shoot me an email or use the Blackboard syllabus questions thread, and we'll make sure we answer those. I look forward to seeing you in July, and we'll have a good time. All right, bye-bye.